Once you have notched all the four sides, and if you're not sure which side you have not notched so far, for example, you can double click on it on any frame structure and you will be able to view which side has been notched and which side has not been notched. As you can see, these sides I have here, this side has been notched, this side has been notched, and also this side has been notched, but this side is still to be notched. So I will have to notch this side to finalize my frame structure. Return to the assembly again and click on notch. Select the beams you want to notch. You can select multiple beams at a time, and as you can see, I have not notched this beam as well so far. So I'll select this beam and I will select the profile I want to notch against. So notch tool. So this is my profile I want to notch against all my diagonal and horizontal beams. I'll press OK, and all the beams will be now notched. Okay. Again, if you're not sure whether you have notched any side or not, you will have to double click on the beam to view whether you have notched it or not. So I have notched the diagonal beams already against the horizontal beam. As you can see the profile here, so I will not have to notch this, but if you have not, you will have to notch this. As you can see here, my diagonal beams are going inside my horizontal beam. I have not notched here, so I will have to notch here now. Click on notch, select the beams you want to notch, and then select the notch tool and select the beam you want to notch against. Press OK, and that will be done. Okay, so now all four sides of my jacket structure has been notched. You can view the symmetry of your jacket structure. If everything seems fine, there is one more command which must be useful. You can use miter if you want to, and there is also a lengthen shorten command, and you can use this command and to lengthen or shorten any beam you have not notched so far, or you haven't given any frame parameters from here. So if you click on lengthen shorten and select the beam, it will increase the length of it. You can change the length from here. For example, you can change it to 1 meters. Like it will change it to 1 meters. But for the time being, my jacket structure is absolutely fine. I don't need to increase the length or reduce the length. If you want to, you can. Okay, so jacket structure seems fine so far. So, but now I have to place the top plate on top of this jacket structure. If you look at the jacket structure from the top, you will be able to see that my horizontal beams, the vertical beams are not perfectly aligned. For example, this beam is higher than this beam, and also they are at a certain angle. Even this beam is at a certain angle. So I want this to be perfectly straight so that I can assemble my top plate on top of it. So in order to do that, I will have to shave off the top. So for this, go back, click on return, and then go back to assemble, 3D model, start 2D sketch, and click plus sign on the origin under the assembly and select the plane, YZ plane. Now on this plane, you will create a rectangle, and we are trying to shave off the top so that we can assemble our top plate on top of it. As you can see, I am cutting the vertical beam in front of me and the vertical beam behind me. Okay, so the dimensions of this rectangle doesn't matter. Make sure you are fully taking in the front and the back beams. Click on finish the sketch. Home. Now you will be able to see we are going to extrude this so that we can cut both sides according to our requirement because we want it to be flat. So use symmetric directions. Okay, you can specify the direction. Let's say it could be anything because we are cutting the top part of the beam, and as you can see, this will be going through the object there, and that will shave off the top. Press OK and it will be shaved off, and now it's perfectly flat. We will be able to put our top plate on this reference structure. So in order to put the top plate, save the assembly, click on the home icon here and create a new part which will be our top plate. Top plate dimensions can be anything. Okay, you can follow your design specification. I will put a random rectangle for the time being with random dimensions. You can put the dimensions of your choice. For example, I want my dimensions to be 10 meters by 10 meters, which will be 10,000 millimeters by 10,000 millimeters. Okay. Some of you may not be sure how I put the dimension 10,000 by 10,000. I'll do it again. Click on rectangle, select the midpoint, type 10,000, or you can just specify 10 meters, then press tab button on your keyboard and then just press 10 meters again and press enter, and this is your top plate sketch. You can extrude this to be a top plate. Okay. I want it to be 45 millimeters, so I'll just specify 45 millimeters, and that is my top plate done. I will save it and I will name it as top plate. I can specify the material here at this point. I can select from the given list of material to be mild steel again. I'll save it again once you have specified the material. Now go back to your assembly and you want to place your top plate exactly on top of this jacket structure. In order to assemble the top plate on top of this jacket structure, click on assemble